Oh, is it me or we're missing the cannons? I need the cannons going off, and
Oh
I
my
don't have the
God.
cannons. I'm like, I'm missing something. So, hey, thanks everyone to joining the show. Thanks for the people that are on the side chat watching, and thank everyone on the panel. I got Alban to my left. How you doing, Mr. Alban?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good, good. Got Andrew down here, down below, Australia.
Down
Nice
below.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Why do I always make him talk when he's eating something or drinking something?
Okay.
Oh.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
Hey, Todd.
Yes,
and then you got your lovely wife in the bottom corner.
Yes, and then
Jesus, he always forgets somebody for something.
No, I was letting Andrew finish
to
coughing.
Sorry, whoa, I went down the wrong way.
Down the wrong tube.
Put your hands up. Put your hands
Okay. I'm sorry, Sharon. I'm sorry. I just sent her the link. We got talking about some of the stuff on here. So, yes, we got Blue down here on the bottom left. Thank you for joining us, Blue. Hope you're doing well.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, okay. Oh, tighten up. Yeah, XC-Tech, nice to see you. Nice to see you. Look at who's there. XC-Techs. Didn't we see him in Toronto?
Brampton, yep. Sure did.
That's what I thought so.
Yeah.
Okay. So Healed, nice to see you. Penn, nice to see you. Roger, thanks for joining us. Eddie's over here. We've got numerous people. Sharon is on her way. Sorry, Sharon, I was late with sending the link. So we're going to go ahead and get this cranked up. The other thing is, so I post over here. You guys jump in on Telegram, as most of you that are in here, we got 15 people watching. So if you are part of our Telegram group, go there quickly now, quick, so that you can make your pick or get your pick in for next week's movie.
We're getting them up right now.
But we're gonna show them first, right? A little thing.
Yeah, I was gonna go through some of them. I got tabs, so
okay. So don't vote yet, guys, until you see, because maybe you don't know what some of them are, or maybe they look great.
Yep, Alban's putting that stuff up, so we'll go ahead and share my tab. Benny Loves You. Are you able to see that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So Benny Loves You, which is a new horror flick just come out. So you may want to check this out a little bit.
Anybody in it we know? Maybe in the future. Maybe we should have me do that. Just because
I'd be more than happy for you to take hold of this. I've tried to hand over that reins and you said no. So we got Carl Holt. I'm looking at when I don't see any pictures. You know what that tells me? You don't know who they are. So that's that pick. Hold on a second. Let me do this, you guys. Vanquished is another one. Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, it's the chick too, Kate Kane.
Ruby
Batwoman.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose. Yeah.
So that's a brand new one.
Yep.
All right. I should have done this as one tab because it's taking me a second here. Golden Arm is another one that's just came out. Looks like some arm wrestling, brand new.
Who's in it? I base my movies on whether or not I recognize people usually.
Mary Holland, isn't she in something?
Yeah, I think so.
Hasn't she been in something?
There you go. Is that? Oh, that's that show you like, Todd.
Yeah,
the chick that dies there.
Yeah.
Look at the poster. No,
I saw her. So yeah, they all died. So that's Golden Arm. Ditch to that one. Sharon, there you go. Sorry. Wildcat is another one that just came out. Georgiana Campbell.
The horror?
Looks like a thriller.
Okay.
Some people, it's a thriller war drama. Some people can't be broken. Ambitious reporter stationed in the Middle East has been taken captive after her convoy is ambushed.
All right.
All right, so we got that one. And up now I can just share one tab and I can jump around. Now these These are actually on trending, so I'm able to do this simply. The other one here, we got Tom Clancy's
No
Without
Remorse.
Remorse. Just came out. So everybody knows this one. Or
Alrighty.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
And Stowaway. Wasn't that one of the ones that we had on here?
Yep.
Mhm.
That was last week or the week before we had that one up.
Yep. I think it was last week. This was picked. A space movie. 3-person crew on the mission to Mars. Faces impossible choice.
Says stars in it.
And Kendrick.
Huh?
And who's it? Daniel Day Kim. Wasn't he in Lost?
He's in Lost, yeah.
Yeah, Lost.
Okay.
He played Jin.
Yep.
Was there another one? Is that all of them that I had picked?
I think
Or that we had?
that's 6 or 7. 6, I believe. Hold on. Let's pull this thing back. Should be Benny
That's
Loves
an animated
You,
movie that just
Golden
came out.
Arm, Without Remorse,
Yep.
Wildcat, Vanquish, and Stowaway.
Okay. So those are the 6 different movies to pick from this week. So before the end of the show, make sure, well, don't wait. I'd go ahead on your phone, open up the Telegram app, and go ahead and pick which movie that you would like us to do next week. So we can get that picked. So we need that. And you also have the URL down there below. So if you're not sure, there you go. Thank you, Sharon, for joining us. Sorry that we got sidetracked. You there, Sharon? Oh, look, I didn't talk to her for so long. She just walked away.
Yeah.
Okay. So got that out of the way. So go ahead and vote. Vote for which movie that you'd like us to do next week. And also Eddie will be on, because Eddie's pick for next week for his throwback movie. Sharon, are you here? Okay. I was, because normally her movie would be the first one.
First one, yeah.
All right. So
Sharon, where are you?
hold on a second. Let me see if she messaged me. No, she messaged me over there. Okay. Well, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and start with this one. We'll let the other people talk, because normally we give the person that picks it to be the first or the last. But since she's not on,
Hello?
she's not on. There you go.
Hey.
Okay. I don't know. It was something with my earphones. I think I had the wrong thing plugged in, so I just changed. So everything is acting up today.
Yeah. So hey, thanks for joining. Sorry, I was late with the link.
That's fine. Hello, everyone in the chat, and hello, everybody on the panel.
Hey.
Nice to
Hello.
see you. Nice to see you. Wow, it won some awards. I didn't realize that. So we have, this was your pick. So we do the throwback movie first, and then we'll do Nobody will be on the second movie that we talk about. So do you want to be first or last, Miss Sharon?
I guess I go last.
Okay. All right. Anyone on the panel wants to be first? Any hands up?
I'll go.
Okay. All right, Alban, or we'll go with that. Nice to see everyone on the side chat. Don't mean to be ignoring you guys, but I'm going to try to pay attention to what I got going here, because then I'll mess up not having my links here. So, Alban,
Yeah.
Romeo Must Die, 2000 movie.
2000.
2000.
Yeah. I always liked this movie. I was always a fan of Jet Li. Being able to see Aaliyah was great again. I miss her. Being able to see a young, heavy Anthony Anderson, you just can't beat. You can't beat that. And he was really much heavier there. That was before he even started to slim down. I like the movie. I don't know if it held up to the standards of today's stuff, but there were a lot of things, to be able to see Jet Li do, like when there was that football game and you get to see Jet Li do his moves, on all those guys, how he always just kicks butt the way how he does. Um, uh, what else did I write here? Oh, what I did like in this movie, because I remember when the movie came out, it was like one of the first movies that ever did that whole X-ray effect. When he would
Breaking
punch
bones and
somebody,
stuff.
breaking bones. Yeah, that really brought me back. Um, uh, a couple of the, I think what what was I was losing in the movie was some of the cheesy gunfights. You know what I mean? Um, because it's like they shot at him in the car in the front windshield, and in one scene you see that the bullet went like right at him, and then the other scene you see that no bullets have hit him.
Mhm.
Uh, and yeah, when I like Jet Li kicking ass with the fire hose. That was pretty funny too.
Mhm.
But all in all, it's a movie I always liked. Uh, uh, Next, I don't know if you want to go. Yeah, okay.
Um, Unfortunately, this movie didn't hold up for me because I remember watching it back in the day because I've always been a big Jet Li fan. And this is definitely not one of my favorite Jet Li movies. But I did like how many stars there were in it. Like, holy crap, man. Isaiah Washington and what's his name?
Elroy Lindo.
Elroy Lindo. Yeah. Friggin' DB Woodside. It was like, holy crap. It was like an all-star cast. Like, these people are huge now.
Yeah.
So it was neat. And Aaliyah was adorable. And actually, one of the things that I did like about the movie, though, is that it made me watch Queen of the Damned. I don't know if you guys remember one there because she was in it. She played the queen there. It's like Akasha. She was so cool in that, and I still remember thinking how beautiful she was. Yeah, it made me sad though seeing her.
Yeah.
But I found the fight scenes were a little dated compared to probably compared to what they are now. I didn't like hate it or anything, but it was like it wasn't one of my favorite action movies. That's for sure. But she was adorable. So that's it for me.
All right. Andrew.
It's the first time I ever watched this movie, so like I can't say whether it's dated or not because I've never seen it before. I like Jet Li. I do like Jet Li, and I loved Aaliyah. Wasn't a massive fan of her music, but I think she could have been a really good actress. The fight scenes, I actually quite like the fight scenes. The only thing I didn't like was you could tell like when they were using the like the harness, like on this bit, you know how they've got them like attached to the harness so you can do the spin round. It was pretty obvious in the scene where they're playing American football.
Mm-hmm.
I have to say American football, like because
we know what you mean.
It's not real football.
We understand.
That was cool. That was it. The last fight scene was probably the best in the movie as well. They did a good job with that. The story is kind of like the story was kind of it was enough to keep you interested. It's kind of like basic. It's like obviously a modernized Romeo and Juliet type story. The two different gangs or like families. Against each other, but then this has got they've got this other guy inserted in the middle of the two of them, playing them off each other because he wants to own the NFL. Was it NFL? Was it or the NBA?
Mm-hmm. NFL.
NFL. Yeah.
NFL.
The National.
It was the NFL.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Can I say one quick thing? Are you talking about the real estate dude, the white dude?
Yeah.
He annoyed the shit out of me.
Yeah,
because the way he
job.
talked to them, like he's talking to like triads and friggin', like this black man who's got basically a gang, not a gang, but you know what I mean though, like who's like a mafia kind of, and the way he talked to them, I thought if that was real life, you'd be dead somewhere. Like you don't talk to these gangs the way he, like it was like he was just cocky. I was like, you're a dick.
Yeah, I think it was a pretty cool movie. The story was all right. It kept us interested enough to keep watching it anyway. I didn't get bored of it and turn away and do something else. I thought Isaiah Washington was probably the best. Like his character was the best character in the whole movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
he plays a good dick.
Yeah, but he's just really convincing and good. He was just good in it. I just thought his acting was really good. And like I said, it wasn't like a enthralling story, but it kept you interested, and I thought, and for that, I enjoyed it. And obviously, the fight scenes mixed in between it, and the music. The music is the background to it, it worked pretty well, I thought. So, and obviously Jet Li, I think probably the best movie I've ever seen Jet Li in, because I haven't watched loads of his movies, was probably his first movie in America, which was Lethal Weapon, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Lethal Weapon was the first, and this was the second.
Yeah. This
then
was
he did
his
Kiss
second.
of the Dragon, which was really good.
This was his second, and like his English in this was decent considering when he did Lethal Weapon, he didn't know barely any English. And I think he didn't choose this movie because it was like he's used to being a hero, and like when he was doing movies in his home country, he was like always the hero, and then when he first comes over to America, he did Lethal Weapon where he has to play the bad guy, which he didn't want to play the bad guy. Mm-hmm. So I do research on these things, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mulan as well.
He chose to do this movie because he wanted to be the good guy, which like it was a little bit comedy mixed in with like the good R&B music and the fighting scene.
Him and Leo are really cute together. I just liked how he was like giggly around her. It was cute.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. There's supposed to be like a Romeo Juliet relationship between them, but when I was like researching into it, apparently they didn't have any there's never any kissing scenes or nothing like that where they get too close to each other because of the people it was like early 2000. This wasn't it? Oh. It was, yeah.
Yeah, 2000.
Yeah, 2000 exactly.
People are like in China and that didn't like the fact that there was like a Asian and a black together in relationship.
Wow.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. And we've went full circle in 2021. We've got people crying about Snow White getting kissed without consent.
Oh my God.
That's why they didn't have the close boyfriend girlfriend relationship that you would probably expect from a Romeo and Juliet type character.
I felt like it didn't need it though.
Yeah,
it didn't need them to make out for us to get that they were attracted to each other.
Yeah, and I did think they had good chemistry together. They worked well together, and kept me interested, and I liked it.
You know what? I think, Kate, I'm listening to you talk now. I'm like sort of second guessing the way I felt about it. Plus the fact that I wish I had seen it for the first time, because I do remember when I saw it for the first time, and I liked the story because I didn't see it coming that they were basically both sides were being betrayed by the second in command. You know? So knowing that going into it too, I was kind of like I already knew that. So. Yeah.
There was times when I was thinking I knew exactly where it was going, and then there was other times where I was getting a little bit confusing because then this guy's playing both these people off each other, and then I didn't realize his Jet Li's father in the movie. I wasn't expecting him to be like a bad guy type figure, because he seems pretty genuine and nice all the way through until the moment where he's like. Goes out
meat
to
locker.
that meat
locker and kills people.
Yeah, that's when you realize, oh shit. But yeah, it was a nice little twist on the story, and I liked the way it was. It wasn't too confusing and easy. It was easy enough to follow. So yes, that's it from me. I enjoyed it.
All right. For me, I don't think I've ever seen it. This was the first time for me, and I will say that I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but it held me enough, as Andrew said, it held my attention enough. I felt it was predictable. I didn't know who was double crossing. I was like, all right, is it the son that's double crossing? Because I knew that there was the double dealing going on. So I knew that I had that feeling. I felt there was times that because Jet Li, English not being his first language, there was times where he struggled a little bit, but that's to be understandable. I'm not knocking him. The fight scenes I found to be almost comical, and that really not in a bad way, but they were just kind of over the top on. And I want to say like that one where he uses that girl, and because he doesn't want to hit a woman, so he uses the other girl
Aaliyah.
to hit the woman. Yeah, Aaliyah. Yeah, he uses Aaliyah to hit the other girl because he can't hit a woman. I thought that was funny. I was actually kind of chuckling all during that because she says when a woman's hitting you, you're allowed to hit her. And he says, "Oh no, I can't." So he uses her. I thought that was kind of funny. The cab scene at the very beginning to me cracked me up. The little rapport and he had stole the cab. I thought that was pretty funny. But I felt like it was a little dated. It didn't hold up as quite as well as I would have wanted to. But also, I think that with special effects and what we see now with movies, as Andrew said, sometimes I think that part of when they were doing when the martial arts, you could almost tell that there was some cables and stuff. It wasn't as smooth as what we normally see now. So that was a little. I noticed that, but not distracting too badly. I thought the football game was funny. So to me, it really wasn't a thriller, suspense, or anything. I found it almost a little comical, really lighthearted. Made me think of like a Jackie Chan kind of movie where he's cracking, where he would crack jokes and make fun. Like that's what it made me think of. It really made me think of a Jackie Chan movie. But I enjoyed it enough that I watched the whole thing. I wasn't I wasn't saying how much longer is this. You know how when you really hate a movie that gets to be here. So not a bad movie. Like again, first time I'd seen it. So that's what I got. Andrew, you already or no? Albans already went, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. Go ahead.
I picked this movie because, of course, DMX just passed and he had a small part in it. This was like the second movie he played in because the first movie he played in was, Belly. And as well as other movies he's played in, which is Cradle to the Grave. That's another great movie that DMX and Jet Li played in together. If you haven't seen it, to me, it was a good movie. Yeah. Also, he's played in other movies too. DMX have the movie with I forgot the guy's name. But anyway, another guy who did a lot of karate, which I can't think of, Steven Seagal. He played in a movie with Steven Seagal, which was pretty good as well. And well, the movie it was a modern day Romeo and Juliet, as Andrew said before, and actually they did have a kissing scene. They decided not to put the kissing scene in the movie because of what you just said. And if you look under the documentary called The Slated Screen, you will see both scenes because they filmed both of them for the movie, but they kept the hugging scene in the movie instead of the kissing scene. But in the documentary, The Slated Screen, you'll see both versions, which basically talks about the movie. Now, also, we're getting into the movie, basically, the brother ends up getting killed because of what he knows, which was the name was Poe. And he basically got killed because he knew that they were, he knew how to end the drug war that was going on between them, but they wanted to continue to sell the waterfront property in order for the, what's the name? San Francisco 49ers or whatever that team was, the NFL team, to be able to go over there to Los Angeles, even though in reality they was playing there in in California, Oakland, or wherever that, because the movie was in Oakland. So his brother, so that's the reason why her brother Colin and Poe was in communication with each other. And of course, so you see that after Jet Li's brother died, he breaks out of prison. So he could find out what happened to his brother. That's the reason why he ends up being able to come back home, because he broke out of prison. And when you were saying the action films, that was weird. Like every time somebody died, it shows their light up skeleton body or whatever. And so anyway, basically that's how they meet. And because the last number that her phone that her brother used was he called from her shop. So that was the last number that Jet Li's character knew about. So that's how he finds Aaliyah. And then, like the scene with the stolen cab, and she gets away from Anthony Anderson and jumps in the back of the cab. And And then the first time when he came to her house and he fought off Anthony Anderson and them, that was funny. Like you said, when he beat him with the hose and everything. And then later on with the at the football game when he beats them again and stuff. And of course, with the both of the families being on enemies of each other as far as drug lords against each other, it wasn't a good look for Poe to be there in DMX's nightclub, which I forgot his name on the movie, but a Silk. Wasn't good for him to be in Silk's nightclub, so they were trying to get him to get out of there, but he was real cocky. He wasn't going to leave, so that caused them to fight and everything, and that's how the brother ended up getting killed because he doesn't want to listen because he's a hothead. And anyway, by the next morning he ends up dead. And then also come to find out when they team up, they come to find out that like you said, that the dad is just as dirty. He's killing off his own drug the other drug lords,
right?
Because if they're not doing what he needs them to do, also his right hand man and the other guy was killing off people who weren't willing to give up the property. Like when they was over at the scene and he told the guy, "You're going to sell your property," and the guy was like, "No, I'm not. No, I'm not." And then he put his head down there with the shrimp. I'm not the shrimp, but the crab and stuff, trying to force him to take his deed. Yeah, trying to force him to take his deed and everything. And so they basically bullied it. So when they found out what was going on, they end up finding out that that not only so they're thinking the whole time that Aaliyah's family's done something to Jet Li's family. Jet Li's family did something. Come to find out, they each did something to their own.
Yeah.
So
hey, I want to ask. So what was it that you? Because I know you said you picked it because of DMX passing,
and because of Aaliyah too. I've always never forgot about Aaliyah's passing. She died on August 25th, which was actually my son's birthday. So I never, forgot about her passing and stuff and everything. And she would have been a great movie star as well. She actually was getting ready to start filming The Matrix when she died. Soon as she finished that video, she was supposed to have been, she'd already started. She's supposed to be getting back to finishing filming The Matrix, but they had to redo it to put somebody else in that role because she was already supposed to be doing The Matrix originally. And like you said, Queen of the Dam was another good movie that she played in. So I think she was on her way to becoming a good movie star as well.
Yeah. That's actually the way I felt. I thought she was very good in that. I mean, the movie wasn't great in itself. There was, it was badly done, but she was actually good in it. And I started to feel like she could have been something.
Yeah, and it's crazy because the last movie she played in was that movie, and then the other guy, I done lost my train of thought. I was gonna say, she had played in the Romeo Must Die. She played in Queen of the Dam, was about to do The Matrix, and so I thought, I was debating between picking this movie and Cradle to the Grave, because like I said, Cradle to the Grave was another good movie. It had DMX, Gabrielle Union, Anthony Anderson, and some more stars in that too. So it was an all-star cast as well. But I thought about with his passing, I would pick a movie that he and Aaliyah both played in.
Yeah. Even though his part was
in the memory of both of them, even though his part was real small, that was the smaller out of all the movies he played in. That was the smallest part he had.
I was like, "Whoop, that was DMX at the beginning."
DJing.
That's it.
And then again, when she came back to the club, when she got done singing to him, he was like, "What are you doing, bringing him here?" And then that's when he got killed. But that's the small out of all the movies. And then DMX has played in so many TV shows and college. The last movie he played in was at Top 5. That movie with Chris Tucker.
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock. I meant Chris Rock. I don't know why I said Chris Tucker. And he was about to start in another movie that's coming out, but it haven't came out yet. And I forgot to write it down, so I could have said the movie that's supposed to be coming out, because he had another movie that was coming out as well as an album that's supposed to be coming out.
It actually won some awards. It won most performed songs, and she was nominated at the BET Awards. All right.
So
Okay.
yes, but overall, yeah, the movie was it was sentimental. It wasn't as good as it was when it originally came out, but it still was a great movie.
Yeah.
The fighting scenes, and then it was, and that was a good part when he and Isaiah Washington got in that fight, and he just knew Isaiah Washington had killed his brother and everything, and he was like, "Nope, you better look at your own people for that," you know, and stuff. And then come to find out that the guy that was supposed to be his dad's right hand man, supposed to be his number one, and his dad, the two people he trusted the most, was responsible for his brother's death.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just as well as and then when the father finding out that Isaiah Washington was responsible for his son's death, that was
Yeah.
kind of sad and ironic that their own people killed him, the people that was closest to them. So that's all I'm gonna say on the movie. So
All right. That's what happens.
The guy who played Leah's brother, I recognized him straight away from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He plays a principal. I was like, I know that guy.
Yeah, that's DB Woodside. I love him.
Yes,
he's a good-looking dude.
All right. We got that movie. Let's go ahead and we're gonna jump over here to Nobody so that we can move on to the next one, and we'll bring in. I'll post the link for everybody else to jump in the chat. So we'll cover this movie. So we got this movie, which is Nobody, which came out on HBO Max. Brand new movies, kind of that John Wick feel to it. Does anybody have their hand up for this first?
I went first for the last
one. All right, I'll go first. On this one. I'll knock it out. Nobody. I found this to be a little slow at the very beginning, but I enjoyed it. If you like the John Wicks, or even we had Equalizer last week, which made me think of same type of feel to it. I liked that. I cracked up. I actually cracked up a smile when he got in that and he stole that car. Stole that. What was it? A Charger?
The neighbor's car.
And yeah, it stole that car and then when he put Pat Benatar into the cassette, threw that in the stereo and started racing around town. And I thought that it held my attention, a complete farce of some of the stuff, but I found the fighting, I will say fighting scenes. It was more shootouts. The scenes were quite entertaining to me. When he sets up some of the stuff, the scene here near the end when he gets when Christopher Lloyd's in there, I'm cracking up because Christopher Lloyd's old as the hills, and he's shooting people, and those one guys tried to come and get him, and he shoots them. I cracked up at that, and it just that John Wick feel, that Equalizer feel, where you don't know who you're messing with until you push them too far. And when he beats all of them up in the bus, I found that to be a little bit funny. He takes on all these people and he wins. So I enjoyed it. Violence.
He was like a bull, eh? Like when the guy smashes something over the back of his head and he just keeps on going. It was hilarious almost because it's like he's not like a slick moving, fast moving, getting out of the way of punches. He's getting punched and stabbed. And like it was like, holy crap.
Yeah. And it's just, he had decided to try to change his life. He wanted to be somebody different. And I think that was a real good, he didn't like who he'd been in the past. And so it's like, every day is a new day. You can be somebody, you don't have to live by your past. Today's a new day, be somebody who you want to be. And that's what he was trying to do. And I thought that was really neat when he locked his family in the basement and they didn't know that he had been an agent. And so I liked it.
And he says, don't call 911.
Yeah. Don't call 911. Yeah. So I liked it. It was an enjoyable movie for me. But that's what I got.
I'll go next.
Blue.
Okay.
I liked it. It was entertaining. He's entertaining just all on his own. There's just something about that dude that's you just like him. I like that he was going after his daughter's bracelet. I like his Christopher Lloyd stole the movie for me though. Like every scene he was in, I was like, oh my God, he's so cool with walking around with his shotgun there. And the dude that shows up at the end, his anonymous guy there, him with that freaking gun, he was so cool with that gun. Like the action in this is unbelievably good, and it was funny. It was a little draggy at first, but I mean, you kind of got to have that because when it amps up, it really really amps up. And I love when he steals his neighbor's car.
Yeah.
So yeah, I loved it.
All right.
You can go,
Who
Andrew.
was next?
Let Andrew go.
Andrew.
Okay.
Me, just while I've got stuff in my head, I'll splatter it out. Otherwise, I'll forget. I watched this twice because the first time I wasn't really paying attention to it, and I think that action bits caught my eyes more than the story. And by the time it finished, I wasn't sure whether I liked it or not. So I thought, but I'll watch it properly, go back through it again, and then I'll know. And then when I started watching it, I thought the story was told really well. I seen somebody I've never seen. Like, I'm probably gonna get shouted at for this, but I've never seen John Wick.
Oh my god! Oh my god, Andrew!
I'll watch it.
It's in a league of its own.
I know. I'm on a movie review show, and I've never watched Scarface, and I've never watched John Wick. I will watch John Wick. I've been meaning to watch it for ages. I will.
You know, there's 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be 4 soon.
I've probably watched John Wick, I'm not kidding, probably 15 times now.
Yeah, me too.
I've never seen John Wick. No. So I'm actually glad I haven't seen it because there's been too many people comparing this to John Wick. So I'm glad I'd never seen John Wick because then maybe I might not have liked this as much. But I like I've seen somebody compare this to John Wick meets The Equalizer, and then his character is kind of like the David Dunn character from Unbreakable. He's because he's kind of miserable in his existence. He's just trying to be a normal guy, but he's miserable because all he wants to do is do what he knows best. Don't highlight that comment. Do what he knows best, and that's friggin' be this badass friggin'. I guess he's an FBI sort of agent type person. I guess he said he was like a
CIA, or
he was the guy. He was the guy they sent in.
One of the alphabets.
Get rid of people who didn't want to cooperate or whatever. The fighting scenes were absolutely phenomenal. The bus scene was great, and I liked how it's the first time he's fought he's been in a proper fight for. You can tell it's been years or whatever because he looks rusty when he starts. So he's not it's not like he's just not this massive badass that's kicking. Are you reading comments, Sean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you chuckling away there. I'm getting slaughtered for not watching.
But you're this
don't worry about it.
Best gangster movie. What?
Don't worry about it. No, don't.
Oh God, George, no,
it's just something. You know what? It's good because now you have something to look forward to and watch.
No, you still won't watch it. You still won't watch, Scarface.
Yeah,
Scarface ain't as good as.
Let's get back to this movie. Let's get back to this movie. What I have seen.
John Wick is non-stop action.
Yeah. I'll watch. I liked it. Well,
right from the beginning.
Maybe, I'll watch it. I will watch it. I'm not going to watch Scarface. I've got no interest in watching Scarface. I'm sorry.
Pretty depressing.
Yeah, I know. I don't want to see a horse. Anyway, I like the rustiness of what he had when he was doing when he was in the first fight scene in the bus. All them guys they were getting their shots in, and he was he got thrown out the bus window. But then as the movie goes on, his skill set starts to come into play, and he just turns into this mega badass. And that final scene in the factory, that final scene between the 3 of them in the factory was absolutely the best part of the whole film.
Yeah, all his gadgets he's got there, all his little thing he's got hooked up all over the place.
Yeah, it was great. And he pushes the button and that little thing comes down on the grenade, and just the way people were just flying all over the place. And like you said, Christopher Lloyd was kind of almost did steal the movie. I didn't think he did steal the movie, to be honest. But I did like him in it. And I liked how when he comes out the door and he's like, Dad, and he was he goes, oh, I've really missed this, and he's shooting the shotguns, and they go in the factory, and he says to his dad, he goes, that's a lot. You brought a lot of shotguns, and he goes, you brought a lot of Russians. They're just like, oh, and like you said, Sean, that he's friend with a sniper. When that one shot he does where he snipes 3 of them through the head at the same
Oh
time.
yes. Oh yeah. That
Yeah.
was a good.
I
It's like
was worried
so-
for him because I mean that's like a gun you use far away. Like, and when he was in close
Yeah.
quarters with
Yeah.
everybody, I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I thought at first. But then you seen he was just an absolute badass with it. And when he took M3 out in a row, it was like fucking hell, it was like something out of Call of Duty. So yeah, the fight scenes and everything was great, and I like the story they were trying to tell with him. And I feel like there might be another one. I feel like that's what they're setting up for with the backstory and stuff. So I feel like they could do another one. Maybe this will turn it into a John Wick series type thing. Who knows?
Yeah, they left it open for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But after watching it the second time, I definitely enjoyed it. And like I say, I didn't pay attention the first time because I was being stupid and I was trying to do other stuff at the same time. So after just sitting down and watching it properly, I appreciated it for what they did and I liked it.
Sharon.
Hey.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
What?
Huh?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll get you. Yeah, go ahead, Sharon. Sorry, I didn't see.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Nobody. It was a pretty good movie. When I first was watching, I was like, "Isn't that the guy from the Sal movie from Breaking Bad?"
Mm-hmm.
And it is. It's
called
the guy
Sal.
from the Breaking Bad, and of course he started off on Saturday Night Live and stuff. But the movie, I think it was slow start because it was supposed to be there on purpose, because he's nobody, so he's supposed to have this boring, mundane life, but even though in the beginning, somebody breaks in his house and everything, and then and stuff, and then after somebody breaks in his house, then the bus scene when he fought them people on the bus, it was funny, but it was good, like you said, fighting all them people thrown through there, and then the way the bus driver looked when he got done, the way the bus driver was looking, she looking all scared and everything, like, don't get me, and, another thing I liked in it was I liked the scene where when the guys came to his dad, and his dad, and then his dad had beat up the guys, but we didn't see that his dad had beat up the guys yet. And one of the aides come down there to check and see why his dad's keeping up so much noise and stuff. And he got the TV turned up like he's just watching TV too loud.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Oh, turn that TV down," and stuff. But his dad was really funny through the movie. Him with them guns when he came through that shop, just blasting them guns and everything. Another good thing part was, then we slowly find out about who he is, and then that corny guy who was the villain, he was just super corny and stuff. And who's when he goes to that one place and he's confronting the villain guy, and then he leaves from out of there, and all them people run behind him, and he jumps in that car, and they're running behind him with the guns and shooting and stuff. I thought that scene was pretty funny. When his family, when they were going to, when he felt like the attack was at his family, and he tells his family to go hide in that, I'm just going to say, put me to mind the Doomsday Prepper, hide in that one room and everything, and they don't really know what's going on and everything. And he puts them all in the room down there while he, and then he goes back and whoops everybody's butt, and stuff, and then takes time to get rid of the guy, get in the car and get rid of some of the bodies or whatever. Then he comes back, then he lets his family out, and they're looking like, what the heck just happened? He walked through the house like, what the heck just happened and stuff. But the movie was pretty good all the way through. I really enjoyed Nobody. I didn't know originally till I watched the movie that the movie was made from the same person who made John Wick. That's probably why so many John Wick comparisons, because it's the same person who made all 3 John Wicks. He also wrote this movie as well.
Oh, didn't realize.
And he did something else too. There was another thing he did also.
Yes, and but it was something else I was going to say, and it had left my mind. But the movie was very good. I thought the movie was. I'm looking forward to a part 2. His dad was like I'm just looking for a part 2 because it looks like it might end up being a part 2.
Well, yeah, because they were talking about the house, and then he
Get the
gets
new
that
house.
phone call.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good movie. So good acting. Bob, what's your name was Hutso or whatever in the movie. But yeah.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Alban.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would love to see the outtakes of this. You know, I could just imagine Christopher Lloyd on set. He must have been freaking hilarious. You know, I could see him now, you know, trying to kick butt. The beginning of the movie, I felt like well, what was that? A great Groundhog Day. You know, every morning the same crap would always stuff would happen. It's like I got to a point. I'm like, well, why didn't you put the trash out the night before? You know?
Yeah, yeah.
It was even funnier when you see the garbage men would just honk at him and just keep going, you know, saying sucker, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta always appreciate a movie where the father loves his little girl that much. You know what I mean? Um, I think one of the best lines I liked in the movie was when he's with the bus fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to do, and he just turns to those guys and says, "I'm gonna fuck you up." You know? that was just like perfect, you know. I really liked it, you know. You know, it's just like kill everybody, you know. It was great, you know. But that was it. You know, everyone said everything else about the movie. I thought it was great. I liked it because you know I like movies like John Wick that Andrew and the Beach haven't watched. So
Yeah.
you know, it's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
They'll come to their senses one
Yeah,
day.
he's got
One day when you know when he retires one day. You know,
Yeah.
he'll be in his 60s and he'll finally
Yep.
maybe go ahead and watch it. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah. But that's it for me.
All right, thank you. We've got that, so I've got grabbed some people in the chat. So make sure to go ahead and vote. I just went through and did my vote on the movie for next week. So once we get done with this little bit of chat, the voting will be done, and we'll have a movie pick for next week, and then Eddie will be picking the throwback movie. So we got some people that have jumped in the chat. I posted the link over on the side chat. So if you would like to join on the panel, you're more than welcome. You can turn your camera on or off. You don't have to have it on if you don't want to. So let's go ahead. Let's see who's joined us today. Oh, we got the regular suspects. All right. So we got, let me start with Roger was the first one in. Thank you for joining us, Roger.
Hey, everybody. Hope you all had a good week. I guess I'll start with Romeo Must Die. I hadn't seen this movie in 21 years. I saw it when it came out, and I kind of remember enjoying it, but I did not enjoy it this time. Aaliyah was beautiful. I'll give her that. But the acting in the movie was atrocious. I think the only one that could act was Isaiah Washington. And the rest, well, maybe that DB guy, he wasn't bad either, but everybody else was terrible. Anthony Anderson.
Even Delroy Lindo?
Was he the dad, the black dad? No,
Yeah.
he was okay. He was okay. But gosh, everybody else, Anthony Anderson, it was just barely above high school production quality.
Wow.
And I love Anthony Anderson. I think he's a funny guy,
Yeah.
but his acting was bad in that. And I really dislike wire fu. Whenever they have to put a wire on a martial artist and defy gravity, it really bugs the shit out of me. And it was just the go-to crutch in this movie.
Hold on. Wire fu? I've never heard that before. That's hilarious.
Oh, you never? Yeah. Yeah. Wire fu bugs the shit out of me. Like after Hidden Dragon, Crouching Tiger, whatever the hell that movie was. That's where
that was bad.
Yeah, that's when that term came came into being blue. It was because of that movie.
I love that movie.
I just can't do wire fu. I just hate it. Anytime there is, I took a lot of martial arts in my life, and anytime they have to break the rules of gravity, it really bugs the shit out of me. And they did that often in this movie. DMX, rest his soul, was not his best performance. But he's not an actor. He's a rapper. But with our yardstick, would you recommend this movie? I could not recommend it. Now, on the other hand, I really enjoyed Nobody, and it's got some problems too. I mean, you cannot dodge that many bullets.
It's the law of averages.
Yeah, the law of averages. One of them's gonna get you in the leg every now and then. But it was good for what it was. It had some funny parts. The only thing that you guys didn't mention was when he found the kitty cat bracelet under the couch when he had the poor dead dudes sitting on his couch, or they might or dying.
Oh, yeah.
Russians, all the Russians.
Yeah, and he looks down and God damn, picks up the kitty cat bracelet. I thought that was pretty funny. And when he traked that one Russian on the bus, I thought that was pretty cool because he didn't want to kill him. He wanted to fuck him up, but he didn't want to kill him. So he traked that guy before he left.
Yeah.
All in all, though, Christopher Lloyd was great in it. I think you pronounce that guy, the sniper guy's name Rizza, don't you? I'm not positive on that, but I think you pronounce his name Rizza.
Rizza.
Yeah, he was good in it, and I think I think there's going to be more of them. So yeah, that's about all I got to add. But
Thank you, Raja. Eddie, thank you for joining the show. What was your thoughts on the movies?
Okay, start off with the two movies, Romeo Must Die and Nobody, were filmed in Canada. Nice.
Look at you, always trying to find somewhere it's tied in.
I know, right?
Yeah, Romeo Must Die was filmed in Vancouver, and Nobody was filmed in Manitoba. Okay, so let's get down to the movie. Romeo Must Die. I like this movie. I like the fighting in it. It wasn't too eccentric. I like the scenario between the triad. Well, I call it the Chinese triad and the black group. You know, which is, I think, is virtually impossible. But Jet Li, I like. My kids worked with Jet Li on a movie called The Mummy, which was also made in Canada. And that was a good movie. I'd recommend it to play. But what I really liked was Delroy Lindo. Every time I see this guy, I always remember the movie Malcolm X, and he played a Jamaican in there. Yeah. And he always said you can't bullshit a Jamaican bullshitter. That always set me off. But he's a good actor. I like him. DMX, like somebody said, he's not an actor. He's a rapper. But all in all, that was a good movie. For Nobody, I really liked this one too. The best part was when he got in the car and he took off in his neighbor's car. I'd like to do the same thing. You know, when it's fighting with in the bus when he meets these three guys and he says, "I'm gonna fuck you guys," like big time. And then at the end when they're fighting, it brings everybody out. Like his old man comes out, and they all get rid of everybody. That really turned me on. That was good. I liked it. Like, two good movies, like two good Canadian movies.
Yeah, that's why you got the thumbs up. They were Canadian. Penn, thank you for joining the show. What was your thoughts on Romeo Must Die and Nobody? Penn, I don't hear you.
Hello.
Oh, there you go. All right,
my bad. Okay. All right. On Romeo Must Die. And that was actually, I'd heard of the movie in the past, but it was actually my first watch. And the scenes in there, the action scenes was phenomenal in my opinion. My favorite scene was it has to be the football scene where it was interesting because football is a real aggressive sport. So Jet Li was sort of like taken a bit off guard when they got really rough and physical with him. But then he used his advantages on them and he got physical back. It was just in a different way. He started, kicking butt in the scene. So that was pretty interesting seeing that. I thought the acting was okay. It wasn't really the story for me or seeing the potential love interest between Jet Li and Aaliyah. It was more of all the comedic action scenes that was going on, like seeing him get out of certain situations, and I think it was great in terms of the cinematography, which that was top for me. So I would definitely give it another watch in the future for sure. As far as Nobody. Yeah, I do agree with some of the comments that was mentioned. It's a bit of a John Wick Equalizer sort of combination. One of the scenes that came to mind for me that stood out was the scene with the nursing home where Hutch's dad was just minding his own business, sitting down, watching TV, and then the two gangsters came up and put a gun to him, but then realized he had a shotgun surprise for him. So that was like, whoa. So yeah, so definitely Christopher Lloyd played a big role in that movie. It was just cool seeing him, with the shotgun towards the end of the film. It was some nice action there. So overall, I thought both movies was good for this week. Nice picks for sure.
Nice. And I'm assuming that Christopher Christopher Lloyd must have been a CIA agent also, is from that he had that same type of role and just living this. So all right, so we got that. We'll go ahead and run through player pass for this. We'll go through the panel and people over on the side chat can do it. Alban, do we have the player pass for the movies in the Telegram group also, so people can vote there?
Yes, they are. They're pinned, so they could just click up on top in the player pass group and you can click and see the pinned movies from last week.
And I'd like to say sorry to everybody who could hear my plate clinking, apparently, Andrew. Texted me, but I didn't notice the text. I said, just say it out loud. You can just say, hey, Blue, I can hear your food.
Andrew don't want to hear people
the
eating.
fuck.
At least you didn't hear me doing the gross sound.
Oh, yeah, I would have jumped through the screen and strangled you.
Yeah. So, all right. So I posted that over in the side chat. So if anybody that is not part of the group, you can jump in the group and then vote. We still got the movie to pick for next week, and then we have the two movies where you're able to vote on this. So we're going to do play or pass for this. We'll do Romeo Must Die first, since that was the first movie. I'll run through the panel. You folks on the side chat can post what you thought, play or pass. And player passes, would you recommend somebody else to watch this? Would you, if you had a coworker, would you put your name on and say, hey, I suggest that movie, or would you say I don't want them to come back to me? That's how we rate, play, or pass on this. So we'll start with Penn. Penn, what's your thought?
Play.
All right, you got that. Eddie.
It's a play for me.
Play. All right. Andrew.
Play.
Play. All right. Sharon.
Play.
Play. Roger.
It's got to be a pass for me. God rest Aaliyah and DMX souls, but it's a pass for me.
Okay. Blue.
If we're going off of recommending, it's a pass for me. It's a soft pass.
Okay. Alban.
Sorry, Alban. Although it did inspire me to grab The One and Kiss of the Dragon from Jet Li.
Yeah. All right. And Queen of the Dam.
Yeah. I already watched that. I watched it right after I watched that because I wanted to see more Aaliyah.
Right.
Play for me.
Play. All right. So I'm looking through the chat. I'll give it a soft play. There was enough, to me, a little bit comical. I would give it a soft play, but it mostly plays over here on the side chat from what I see. So we got that. And then we will go to Alban. Do you have the number for what was that player pass?
For Romeo Must Die, we have 10 votes for play and 3 votes for pass.
Oh shit! I didn't vote on there.
Oh yeah, okay.
Doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
you
Doesn't
Todd.
matter.
Yeah. So then we'll go to the next movie, which is
There's
Nobody.
somebody's gonna play.
Nobody. So what do we got? Nobody. So we'll people in the side chat play or pass. Penn, what would you think for Nobody?
Play for sure.
Play for Penn. Eddie, play or pass?
It's got to be a good play for me.
That's a good play. Not a super play, but a good play. All right, Andrew.
Yeah, I'll give it a play as well. Hopefully there's a part 2.
Okay. Miss Sharon.
Play.
Play. All right. Good. I'm trying to grab the chat over here. Also trying to get the plays. Roger.
Nobody is a play for me. Nobody's a play for me.
Miss Blue.
I'm a play.
You're a play. All right. Alban.
Play.
Play. And I'll give it a play. I enjoyed that movie. And then for the voting in Telegram.
Nobody has 16 votes and 16 plays and 1 pass.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So we got mostly. I saw all plays from the people that are not on the panel that are in our side chat over there. So got good ratings on that. So both movies did very well. So we'll have that. Then we're gonna run to Eddie, who has the last pick of the 2 picks. We're gonna the finishing up on the panel pick. So he's got a movie, and we're gonna. What movie are you picking?
I would
Mr.
call.
Eddie.
Do you have to take a throwback?
No, you pick whatever you want. It's up to you. Anything. Well, I meant throwback as in we could be whatever you want it to be.
Okay, well, I got about 4 or 5 of them.
I know. All musicals. I understand.
Okay, I'm going to have to go with the first panel pick we took. I think the first movie on the top was Tina. That's the one I want to take.
You're going to go with Tina.
Tina.
All right. That is 2021. Yep. Hold on a second, and I will share my screen so that folks that are starting to go look for this, you'll be able to find it.
I didn't watch this one yet because I knew you were going to pick it, Eddie.
Yeah, me neither.
Well, there was another movie I wanted to watch. It was a movie about Aretha Franklin. It's called Respect, but it was supposed to come out on April the 23rd, and they thrown it back to they're going to bring it out on August 13th.
Okay. All right. So Eddie's pick next week is Tina. HBO Max. I saw that it's saying HBO Max. So if you have HBO Max, you'll be able to watch it. Other than that, you'll have to look around. You'll see what you can come up with if you can find it. But it's out. It's been out for a while now. I know on the streaming screen. I've seen it around for a while. So we got that, and we'll go with. We're gonna go to Alban. Alban, what is our pick for next week? What was the most votes? What are we going with?
I'm looking right now. Where are they? It's gonna be the Tom Clancy Without Remorse. Got
No
7
Remorse.
votes. Yeah, 7
Without
votes.
remorse.
Oh, is
Without-
that? Oh, that's you're right.
Without
You're
Remorse,
right.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that means I only have to watch one movie this week because I already watched that one.
Me too.
Lucky. I haven't watched it. I actually,
Yeah, I
I
didn't watch
wasn't.
it yet
I'm
either.
not stoked
That
on
was
this one,
good.
but I'm gonna go with it. I don't know. It just feels cookie cutter.
You know,
Feels cookie cutter.
I'm going to talk about it next week, but I mean,
Yeah.
there are things about it that I hated, and there are things about it that I loved because it's Tom Clancy.
Okay.
So enough said right now, and you're going
that's
to
cool.
see
Nope.
what a geek I am when I talk about the stuff that I like.
All right. So
What is it considered?
so we have the 2 movies, which is Tina. So we have Tina, which is 2021, and then Without Remorse, Tom Clancy.
It's a documentary, the Tina one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it showed.
There's a lot of
Maybe our
things
first
in that.
documentary.
There's a lot of things in that movie that it was never even publicized before.
Interesting.
I guess 20 Feet from Stardom would be considered a documentary too, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely was.
Well, Ma Rainey is the same thing.
Yeah, but
No,
Ma
but that
Rainey
wasn't a
that was a
documentary,
movie.
that was a
that was a
movie.
movie. I mean, because that was, I
It
mean,
wasn't
maybe
her,
it
it
was
was
based. It
somebody
was
playing
based
her.
on true events. but but it wasn't her. And
Yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah, I do 20 feet from stardom. Yeah, that was the real people standing, which I thought was a real
And
cool.
there's another one. It's called The United States versus Billie Holiday. Was a documentary.
Yep. You and your musical.
That was good.
Moly.
That was good.
Eddie's on top of them.
Yeah.
So,
I love
all right.
Tina Turner, though. I've always loved Tina Turner.
Yeah.
So we've got that. So those are 2 movies for next week. And then we will have one movie the following week, and then we'll figure out how we're going to do the show. But we're going to try to focus on one movie to give us time to talk about that movie, to have people come on the show, talk about that movie, and then give us a little time to talk about some other movies that we have made, that people on the panel that have joined the show have seen. So we're gonna change it up a little bit, but we're gonna try to shorten it up a little bit.
Can I just
Yep.
add two little
Yep.
things? I don't know if anybody in the side chat even cares about animated stuff, but this week, Invincible was on Amazon Prime Video. Oh my God, it's definitely. Roger told me about it. It's definitely an adult one. It is so good, and was it like 9 or 10 episodes, short episodes. And if you liked Clone Wars, the animated stuff, Bad Batch just came out, and it's phenomenal.
Bad Batch came out.
It's
Yeah.
phenomenal. Just as stuff to, if you're into that.
So we got that going on.
And Jupiter's, what is it? Jupiter's Legacy?
Starts this weekend.
Friday. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll be watching that. Bobbin, what are you doing there, buddy?
What the hell? Auburn's like, he's getting ready to fight somebody.
No, I'm trying to take care of some stuff here. I'm sorry.
I thought he was
never
going to bitch
seen-
slap somebody.
I was like, Auburn's getting ready just to smack somebody. We're getting. You guys thought it was some with them. Charles coming up in here. We're getting ready
Yeah,
to see. I just saw the hateful side of Auburn. Did you see it?
No, that wasn't hateful side of me. Not at all.
All of a sudden, it got a little hot there. All right,
No.
so we got that. So we'll roll through this. I'm gonna run through the people in the panel, see how everybody's doing, and we're gonna close her up, and we're gonna go. Penn, anything you want to say before we go?
Oh, I just want to thank everybody for coming through for the show. It was some nice picks this week. I definitely enjoyed them both. Look forward to the content for next week. Big shout out to the panel. Love coming on here and talking the content with everybody. Tune in next time, and everybody stay safe. Peace out.
All right, thank you, Eddie.
Thanks for everybody, and thank God the month of April is past. Thank you very much.
Yep, it's gone. All right, Andrew.
Thanks for tuning in, and sorry about not watching any of these supposedly good movies. Also, one more thing. I am looking forward to Loki. That Jim just pointed out is being moved forward to June 9th. I can't wait for that. There's a few Disney things coming, actually. Sorry.
Yeah.
Miss Marvel.
There's been some stuff popping up. It's getting more exciting. We got through the dry spell of 9 months or 10 months. Sharon, anything you want to say before you go?
I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. I'd like to thank you for having me on the panel. Another great week. Look forward to the upcoming movie and documentary. And have a good week.
Thank you, Sharon. Roger?
Thanks for the invite. Always have a blast. The movies are just half of the fun of the show. The other half is y'all. So thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Great to have you. Miss Blue?
Have a lovely evening, everybody.
Thank you. Lovely evening.
Lovely evening.
Auburn.
I want to thank everybody, like usual. I'm so glad to be here. Like, share, subscribe.
That was funny.
If you don't like the video, he's gonna bitch slap you.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so I guess we'll see everyone next week. Actually, we'll see you Friday. Also, don't forget about Friday. And that's it. Babs?
Yep. thank everyone for joining the panel. Thank everyone that joins our the people that are on the panel every week. But I should say just about all 8 of us are on the panel every week. So thanks everyone for coming on the panel. And again, if you would like to join the panel, more than welcome to join. If you just want to hang in the side chat, more than welcome to hang over there and post what your thoughts are, and do my best to highlight those thoughts, but it is sometimes a little difficult. Fun time. Again, we're trying to just kind of shorten the show a little bit so it's not such a humongous show like my Friday show. We're trying to keep this a little bit more condensed. So we have that. I want to thank everyone that jumps on the panel. It is great to have these people that are willing to give their time and come on and talk and hang out with us, and it's a fun time.
You talking directly to me? Is that what that was?
No, I wouldn't talk to you. No, baby. No, that would not be about you.
I just had one other thing quick.
Yeah.
That I forgot to say about Romeo Must Die was that you remember
No, it's too late.
was Anthony.
It's too late.
No,
It's too late. The show's over.
No, this is important. When Anthony Anderson was looking for Trish, who was Aaliyah, and he goes and he screams out, "Trish, I'm gonna find your Aaliyah looking ass."
I miss that.
You guys
remember that.
That's what he said, and I think that was just like hilarious.
Okay, funny thing on the side chat there, George Shannon says, "Don't want to join. Hate Andrew to be the second most handsome British guy."
But just
That's
replied.
brilliant.
Hey, my aunt did say when we were talking to Allie, she said that she watches the show. She says, "I don't know who that handsome British guy that's on your show."
Oh,
Yeah, I know who she was talking about. Because
gave her the friggin' finger. The gunshot there.
There's 2 British guys. There's me and Andrew.
No, you're in Canada. Remember, Mr. Canada.
Yeah, north of the border. So, but hey, thanks again for everyone joining the show. It's fun. Tina and Without Remorse are our 2 movies to watch. Again, I'll be on Friday. Don't know who will be on. Oh, I do know. Sidekick is going to come on. He agreed to come on. He's got a project, skinning project that he would like to share and try to get the community to join in on it. So check that out. And if somebody else would like to join the show to talk about projects or share information, more than welcome. The panel is always open for people, and even for Andrew if he wants to come and join the show.
I am off work.
Okay, well there you go.
Do it.
I can't. I'm washing my hair that night. Sorry.
So, all right. So, thanks for everyone watching Player Pass.